everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name's Gabriella. I make videos about fragrance, self-care, mental health. I do vlogs. I make videos about being an actor in LA. Whatever else I feel like talking about. So if that sounds like your jam, please stick around and subscribe. I would love to have you here. So today I have a very exciting video. I don't do these that often, but I am a book lover since I was little. My parents are both teachers, among other things, but especially my mom. She was always a principal and a teacher until she retired. And so there was just a big love of knowledge and books and shopping for books in my home growing up. So it's something that's comforting to me. I think subconsciously, because it's back to school time, I was in the mood to go get some books. I don't know. I kind of went in at Barnes & Noble, but let's get into it because it's about to be cozy season. So I have a nice candle burning. I'm giving you my best Belle from Beauty and the Beast cosplay, and let's get into this Barnes & Noble book haul. Maybe you guys get some ideas about books you'd want to read or whatever. So let's get into it. So I'll start with a couple books that I've already cracked open. This one is gonna make you laugh. If you're new to my channel, if you haven't watched my book hauls before, maybe you don't know, but I love romance novels. They don't have to be good. I mean, I like them to be pretty good, but I'm not a snobby reader. And you know, a couple years ago I decided just to read things that I like, because you know, I can make these lofty goals for myself about reading, but if I'm reading things that I think I should read or that other people tell me I have to read, I just don't do it. It's like as a musician, you know, if you're practicing music that you don't want to be practicing and that you don't enjoy, you're not going to practice. I mean, that's where discipline comes in, right? But reading is fun. I'm doing it as a pastime, so I felt like I had to say that before I showed you this book. But you know what? No shame. This is a no shame zone. This book is called Hot Under His Collar. Yes, as you can see, there is a priest on the cover of the book. It is about this girl in Chicago who has a thing for a priest who is like a mutual friend in her friend group, but he's a priest, but he also has a thing for her. I'm on chapter 8, so I'm not really getting to the super juicy stuff yet, but it's really fun. It's pretty taboo to write about this, so I think it's pretty cool. And yeah, it's a contemporary romance penguin book. So that is Hot Under His Collar by Andy J. Christopher. I just had to. I just have never seen a book like this before. I just had to pick it up. So that's what I've been reading now on like rehearsal breaks, or, you know, to just chill out at night. Another thing that I've been using to chill out is the Brain Games Mindfulness Crosswords. This book was $8, and it's just a bunch of crosswords. And I decided to get it because during theater rehearsal, sometimes you have a lot of downtime, and it's good to keep your mind busy, I think, on stuff that isn't just social media or looking at the same 3 apps over and over again, or online shopping, whatever. So to keep my mind and my hands busy, I got this. I've been liking to do them at night too, and also when I feel like my anxiety or my OCD is being triggered, I pull this out. So I've been carrying it with me, and it's kind of been something that I'm using for my mental health as well, if I'm feeling triggered, to really just take me away from the situation and do something that, again, busies my mind so that I can't ruminate, I can't obsess, I can't fall into a spiral of worrying. So that's actually been really helpful. I do love some crosswords. I'll add this really quickly because this is a new one, but this is my mom sent to me. This is Martha Stewart's Very Good Things. Clever tips and genius ideas for an easier, more enjoyable life. So workspace ideas, kitchen storage, cleaning time savers, no waste cooking, holiday gifts. So it's pretty cool. I love books like this. I really appreciate my mom sending this to me. It's a hardcover. It's really nice. So we've got some decorating tips. I gotta read up because my mom is really the most amazing decorator in the world, and I try. How to mend garments. Yeah, so just kind of how to make your home better, how to be a better housekeeper, I guess. Cool. Really appreciate. Oh, there's a Halloween section I just saw. So anyway, that's the Martha Stewart book. Thanks, Mom, for that. Love you. She always sends me random little gifts. She's the best. All right, now for the other stuff from Barnes & Noble. I have Sanford Meisner on acting. So I study Meisner technique. I just finished my first year. I'm going to be going into my second year learning the Meisner technique in October. I think my studio doesn't want me to be reading books on Meisner technique, but technically, I mean, this is like by Meisner. I don't think this is about how to do Meisner technique. It's just about him in classes, you know, coaching his students. So I don't know. I'm excited to read that. I am actually, it's been a difficult process doing the Meisner technique. It wasn't immediate payback for me, and it was, or payoff, I guess. And it was a lot of work and time, a lot of dedication, some sacrifice to do this. I mean, it's basically like going back to college for 2 years is what it felt like, with the time and all of that, especially during a pandemic, and it's just a lot. And so for many months I was just like, this is so much, this is requiring a lot of me. But now that I've been through it, it's worth it. You know, I'm working jobs where my acting is, I mean, light years ahead of what it was before this training a year ago. So I'm very thankful for it, and there really is something, to me, there really is something behind what Meisner teaches. So I wanted to read this. Oh, shoot. Then I got Archetypes, A Beginner's Guide to Your Internet by Caroline Myss. I think I could probably turn the brightness down, but I don't want it to get too dark over here. So that's what this looks like. It's all about archetypes. So, feminine archetypes, the caregiver, the artist, creative, the fashionista, the intellectual, rebel, blah, 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 blah. And you kind of discover what archetype you are. And then I think it's sort of like astrology, but not astro. It's more personality stuff. And I love anything about personalities. So, you know, I may learn something from this. I may not agree with it, whatever, but I do love reading books like this, understanding personalities. And I also think as an actor that's helpful, because I think I could also look into characters and say kind of what archetype do I feel, you know, this aligns with this character. So I just think that's really cool. I love studying about people and personalities. So that's Archetypes. Then I got this. This reminds me of my mom. This is something she would definitely read. I'm surprised. I would be surprised if she hasn't already read it, because she reads so much. This is The Cookbook Club, and this is by Beth Harbison. This looks so wholesome and Midwestern, and I think I just needed a little taste of that in my life. So I think it's all about women who are bonding. They create a cookbook club. It seems like it's just kind of an easy read, comforting, wholesome. There are recipes in here too. So again, you know, someone who deals with anxiety all the time, I think books like this are just nice. You know, you have those comfort TV shows that maybe you've watched a million times before, or there's nothing like Great British Bake Off. There's nothing really terrible that happens in them, so you can kind of relax. I feel like that's the vibe I'm getting from this book. So we'll see. But it looks really cute. So that's The Cookbook Club by Beth Harbison. Then I got James Lee Burke, A Private Cathedral. This is a David Robichaud novel. So I believe this takes place, let's see, in New Orleans. So I think this is, yeah, this is about like lovers and the mafia in New Orleans and ghosts caught up in one of Louisiana's oldest and bloodiest family rivalries. Detective Dave Robichaud must battle the most terrifying adversary he has ever encountered, a time-traveling superhuman assassin. Okay, time-traveling superhuman assassin. Sounds a little sci-fi. That's not really my thing. But it seems like spooky and a thriller, and I have really been wanting to go back to New Orleans, and just, I don't have the time right now. So why not go through a book, right? So that is A Private Cathedral. I really haven't read many books like this, you know, thrillers, and I don't know, it just intrigued me. I think, why not try something new? So it's a New York Times bestseller, so I'll see. Then one of my best friends, Harper, is really into Madeline Miller novels. She just read, is it Song of Achilles and Circe? So I didn't know which one to pick up first. I picked up Circe because women, and I love Greek mythology. I've always loved it since I was a kid. I always had a deep, deep attachment to it and emotional connection to it. I'm just that kind of person. I think that's why I love astrology. I love Egyptian mythology. I like metaphysical stuff. I've just always been into ancient civilizations and secrets and archetypes and legends. So I'm gonna read Circe, #1 New York Times bestseller, and if I like it, I will read Song of Achilles. Either way, maybe I will, because people just have been talking about him. But it's written about Circe and the Greek gods, but it's written in kind of a, I see in a modern way. It's not written in like, you know, old language like the Odyssey, or even like Anne Rice writes sometimes. So excited to read that. Okay, then I have 4 more books. Judge Me or Judge Me Not. Let's dive in. You can tell when they're this big, they're gonna be juicy. This one, okay, wait, you know what? Honestly, pop off. #1 New York Times bestselling author Christine Feehan. Oh, I didn't know she was, okay. This is called Leopard's Prey. Nothing can kill a passion this extreme. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So, we got another New Orleans, okay, this is why I got that. Christine Feehan takes readers to the sultry streets of New Orleans in this Leopard novel, where the nights have never felt so torrid or so dangerous. So apparently there's a serial killer on the loose. There's a homicide detective named Remy Boudreau. There's a beautiful jazz singer that he meets. His instinct for survival is being challenged by a killer and a woman. Okay. I'm excited to read that because I love New Orleans. Then we have Lisa Kleypas writes, she's also a New York Times bestselling author, Suddenly You. I just love a good romance novel, y'all. So this is about a 30-year-old woman named Amanda. She's a novelist. She's never been touched by a man, but she hired one, but actually he's a cast-off son of a nobleman and London's most notorious businessman. But I don't know, man. I don't know. But it looks like sort of like Bridgerton vibes. Oh, a rare author who can make you laugh and cry on the same page. So maybe I'm going to laugh, maybe I'm going to cry. That's Suddenly You. Then I have Bayou Dreaming, which is a butterfly bayou novel. Lexi Blake, the New York Times bestselling author of Bayou Baby. Look at the little dog on the front. So, y'all, I'm really in a Louisiana mood. Roxanne King left the big city looking for a simpler life. After years of proving herself on a SWAT team in New York City, being deputy in a sleepy Louisiana parish is something of an adjustment. She's settling in, but she knows she made some mistakes in the beginning. Zep Guidry, being the worst of them. Zep drifts through life on his looks and Cajun charm. Roxy learned the hard way that he's not for her. Blah, 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 blah. When Roxy's past comes calling, it might be the opportunity Zep needs to show her that the town bad boy might just be the man of her dreams. Okay, I have to go into my room to get the other book that I got because it's in there on my nightstand because I wanted to start reading it, but I haven't. When I was little, I would read like 7 or 8 books at a time, but I'm telling myself, finish the priest book before you move on to this one, so let me go grab it. Okay, I got it. And I really cannot with some of these titles. You thought Hot Under His Collar was good? This is a book by New York Times bestselling author Suzanne Enoch. It's called Hit Me With Your Best Scott. My ancestors are quaking. Yeah. Cole McTaggart is a big, brawny Highlander who doesn't like being told what to do. Not even by his exasperated English mother who's determined to see her eldest son wedded and bedded. However, when he comes to the rescue of an irresistibly beautiful woman, Cole discovers that he may have found his perfect match. The challenge isn't that Persephone Jones is famous, wealthy, independent, and smarter than anyone he knows. The problem is that she's not interested in marrying any man, especially not a hot-headed Scot. Even if he's the only man who seems to understand who she really is, even when she's not sure herself. Blah, 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 blah. It's just a Scottish Highland romance novel, and I can't with the name. Hit Me With Your Best Scott. That's funny. So I'm like, you know what? I will read this. Suzanne, let's see what you got. Anyway, that's my book haul. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you're currently reading or what you are interested in reading right now, your favorite genres, what you like to read in the fall time. And also if you've read any of these books, because I want to know what you think. That's that. I will catch you in my next video. Hope you enjoyed this. If you want to see more book hauls and you want to see more even me talk about books that I've enjoyed reading lately, let me know and I will do that for you. Love you guys so much. Talk to you in my next video. Mwah! Bye guys.